All
Hey, we
right. Who
back
are we here with
outside.
today? Finally.
Arthur Harrington, candidate for state representative in Michigan's Ninth House District. Glad to be here.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for being so
Woo!
patient. This was supposed to been happen,
Yeah,
but
it
the
took us a
people won't
while,
You
vote.
know, we had to do it on the train though, so I'm glad you waited
but
to
I'm
be on the
glad we're
train.
back up and running. So we here. Yes.
So we gotta ask you, man, what's moving you?
Man, I've been waiting so long for that question. So what's moving me is really my faith in the people, my faith in our democracy that we're fighting for currently, and also my faith in my leadership and my belief in how we're going to take this district forward, and my faith in the people of Detroit. So
I,
that's
I'm
me.
I'm not very educated on like politics. What does the House like? What is like your roles and responsibility as being in the House?
Yeah, so as a state representative, there's 110 state representatives in the Michigan State Legislature, or at least in the House of Reps in Michigan. And our job is to make laws for the state and also to appropriate funds to things like infrastructure, making sure that students have free lunch to go to school, making sure that we are investing in our roads, different things of that nature.
Okay, okay,
And then
okay.
District 9, what does that cover in the city?
So we're actually in District 9 right now. District 9 is downtown Detroit, Midtown, the Lower East Side. So let's say you're going down Jefferson. Last street is Alter Road. We got Wayne State in our area, Indian Village, East Village.
I'm in District 9.
Yeah, so you're in the district. We are 93,000 folks strong, 93,000 people strong.
I love that. So we're on the
Fire.
People Mover right now, one of the public transit systems in the city. Kind of what are your thoughts on public transit in Detroit?
Look, my thought is that we need to invest more into public transit. Actually, when I go to Lansing to be state representative for this area, my main job is going to be to appropriate funds, and I believe that public transit is one of the main things that we need to invest in. Especially, we did a diagnostic test on the transportation issue in our district, and a lot of people don't have access to a car, so they use public transportation. And so we need to make sure that we are investing in the people mover, investing in the DDOT, to ensure that people can get to their work on places on time.
Facts, facts. What got you into politics, man?
So what got me into politics is, actually growing up in this city, the grit of Detroit, just, my family, they instilled faith into me. And I believe, especially in this day and age, with all the things that are taking place, especially on a federal level, that's raining down on a state level, and it's affecting the people in this city. What got me into politics is really just saying like, hey, it's the urgency of now. The urgency of now is what got me into politics. There's no better time to get involved than now. And so, I seen that there was a lot of things taking place, a lot of things that I didn't like, and I said now is the time to do something about it. So that's why I got involved.
So
Fire,
why do you
fire,
think it's
fire.
important to have, young people in leadership and have young leaders in politics?
Again, it's a reason it's important to have young people in leadership is because we have a legislature and especially a Congress that is just not representative of our age demographic. And so, when I'm talking to folks our age, I'm encouraging, our community to vote, but I'm also encouraging them to get engaged and to not just vote, but to also run, right? Now is the time to run for something, to actually make the changes that we want to see in our community. And I believe it's no better age demographic that can do it than us ourselves.
Very valid. How has Detroit like shaped your view on like politics and like your motivation to get into politics and what you want to see change?
You know, um, in Detroit, we've had many revolutionary leaders like Coleman Young, like the first black mayor of the city of Detroit. Even our current mayor, Mary Sheffield, right? Who's very young into politics. She's made history. And so I feel like, revolutionary leaders and examples like that is what, really inspired me to get involved. I feel like in the city of Detroit right now, we're at a crossroads of the haves and the have-nots, especially in my district. You have the downtown, midtown area that has a lot of investments. Then you have the Lower East Side that it doesn't have a lot of investment. And so, like I said, I feel like now is a time to get involved. And I believe it's leaders like that who have also inspired me to be able to make that change in my community.
For sure.
Fire,
What
fire.
are your favorite Detroit spots for anything?
My favorite Detroit spots are actually the Coney Island right around the corner. Actually, I would say Belle Isle is one of my favorite Detroit spots. AB Ford Park, which is on the Lower East Side of my district. Um, also our college town over there in Wayne State. So I would say those are some of my favorite Detroit spots.
She was telling me you like a student in school still right now.
Yeah, I'm in my last year of law school at Wayne State Law School, which is a law school, which is a school that's actually in our district.
So he likes the term. He uses this thing called 5L, and you posted 3L today. What does that mean?
Yeah. So I'm a 3L. Like literally, I just took my last exam today. So meaning that I'm now officially in my last year of law school, right?
Okay,
So,
fire.
so it's a milestone for me. I'm a first generation college student. I didn't grow up with many resources, So to be able to be the first in my family to graduate from college with a bachelor's degree, but also to be able to graduate from college, Lord's willing, soon with a law degree is monumental. So I'm blessed to be here.
I did see that, and I was wondering like what that was.
Yeah, somebody else asked me, what does 3L mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm in my final year of law school.
Okay. 5L just mean like for life, but five like.
Yeah.
It's like
further than for life.
It's like my record label that I got going.
Well, I gotta listen. I gotta take a listen to it then.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask another question, but the 3L.
Yeah, one more thing I thought of was I saw you also in a frat. How did that shape you in your politics?
Yeah, I'm a member of the best fraternity known to man, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Yo, shout out to the noobs.
Okay.
We are an organization that has done what?
No, I got some new friends.
Oh, okay.
Like
Look, we are an organization that from 1911 on into now, we are an organization that has done a lot of work in especially in the Black community as it relates to pushing forward in education, voters' rights, and I feel like that's what's played into my policy platform of ensuring that we are protecting our voters' rights. The Supreme Court literally just gutted the Voting Rights Act, Section 2, right? And so we need strong leadership that's going to be a champion to stand in the gap for needs like that. And I believe my fraternity has done just that.
Now, shout out to the Noops. Zeke's a Noop and his brother. They are Noops.
Yeah.
How do you, as a politician, how do you stay connected to the voice of the community and listen to their needs and make sure you implement their needs?
Yeah, I caught you say politician. I don't even like to go by politician, right? I feel like we have too many politicians and not enough community leaders, not enough elected officials that are actually serving the people. Politicians are folk who just, come around, ask for your vote, and once they get your vote, they sometimes turn their back on the community. We need, more elected officials and community leaders out there. So, being involved in the community is very essential to me. I just left a block club meeting before I got here. Before that, I was at a senior home. Before that, I was at a church, right? Before that, I was at a union hall, right? So I think being in the community is very essential because, I could come up with all the policy that I want every day or all the time, rather, but the community is what shapes the policy, or at least it should, right? So I don't believe that we should be electing anybody that's not willing to put themselves in front of the community first.
Do you want to be president one day?
I get that question all the time. My grandmother always told me, my mom, and people in my family, they say, Arthur, you're going to be president of the United States one day. And that's not even something that I've looked towards yet at this moment. I've really just been focused on, starting locally, right? All politics is local, as Tip O'Neill said. So we're just trying to see what we can do in the state legislature first.
Fire.
Yeah.
You walking it down.
Yeah, we making it happen.
Okay. What's some of your passions and hobbies and interests outside of being a community leader?
Let me think. I like to play golf. I like to go for walks. I really spend a lot of time. Like I said, this is my community, right? So if I can go for a jog to clear my mind, I feel like that's very essential. And people may not think of this as a hobby, but to clear my mind, I'm very in tune with my faith. So I go to church, right? I feel like that's been a great way for me to clear my mind on the weekends from law school and, in public service, right? You got to have a way to release. I also say I like to get massages too to, take care of myself. Your mental health is important. Your physical health is important as well. So I encourage people to take care of yourself. So those are some of the things I do, golfing, get massages, and also going to church to clear my mind.
Fire. You watching the Pistons game tonight?
Yeah, I'm watching the Pistons game tonight. Detroit basketball, let's win it. Let's shut it down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Pistons are making history, right?
No, literally.
They didn't expect us to come back from what we did a couple weeks back, but we did. And so we're going to come back from where we are now at this point. We're going to win it all, I believe.
I think so, too.
Hopefully the Lions can do it, too.
Yeah, I really think we got it. I don't know. You got any other questions? Let me think. I might have one more.
I mean, I probably could go forever. you know.
We already passed our stop, so we got to loop back around anyway.
We
So
can't-
got a little bit more time.
What y'all want me to like wrap up with something? Or which one we got?
Well, I got one more question
Yeah.
for you. What's your next stop?
My next stop? Downtown?
Like in life, with everything you got going on, literally, however you think.
Well, literally right after this, I'm about to go home. I'm about to relax.
As you should.
I'm about to watch me some Netflix, and I'm about to chill out. Right, so that's my next stop physically after this. But I would just say like my next stop in life, and my goal in life is really, really, really to serve our community. Like I have such a genuine heart for the people in our community, bro. I really do, and I believe that now is the time that it's people of our age demographic getting involved. And I feel like my next stop is really making change in our community. You know, my slogan for my campaign is "We deserve more." Our community literally does deserve more as it relates to education, as it relates to infrastructure, and also as it relates to communication, right? People just want to have communication with their elected officials, and I feel like that's been missing. So that's something that I wish to provide and something that I will provide as state representative for Michigan's 9th House District.
Thank
Fire.
you. Thank you. Anything else you want to end it off on?
So what I want to say is literally to follow our Instagram page is Harrington for Michigan, or you can follow me personally at arthur.harrington on Instagram. You can follow our campaign or at www.harringtonforstaterep.com and come out, volunteer with us, door knock. Tell your mom, tell your grandmother, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Get involved with this campaign because we deserve more. Let's make it happen.
Woo, thank you.
I think you won Layla's vote.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can only vote if you're in that district, right?
Yeah.